So last night, February the 9th at 10:43 p.m., the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office received a phone call at the Texas Children's Hospital that's off of the Katy Freeway in Houston, Texas. And the phone call was regarding a 4-year-old that had an injury of a gunshot wound to his left arm. There was already Houston Police Department that was there, and they were assisting us with the investigation because the original call that came in was that there was a road rage incident, and parents were there stating that during this road rage incident that the child got a gunshot injury to his arm. So throughout the investigation, the detectives were able to find out that that was in fact not the truth. And they were able to learn from a witness that the injury was sustained at the residence of the where the father and the mother both live. And that's at the 25,000 block of Tansy Ranch Court in Katy, here in the Fort Bend County Sheriff's Office jurisdiction. So detectives conducted their investigation, and through their investigation, they went to the residence where the residence is owned by grandma, where the couple lives. And in the couple's bedroom, they were able to find evidence that that proved that the injury was sustained there at the residence. It appears as of right now, because the investigation is still ongoing, right now it appears that it was a mishandling of the firearm up there in the bedroom. Information is that that the witnesses are giving us is that it was the father and the child in that bedroom.
When you say mishandling, was he playing with the gun, cleaning it?
Because the investigation is still ongoing, and it could be he could have been cleaning it, and he could have been just playing or messing around with the gun.
Did he tell you guys why he lied?
The detectives did speak with him, but as of right now, I don't have that information to give out to the public.
Talk to us just about how serious of an offense that is, just to make this false report and lead you guys down the wrong path, wrong direction.
Yes, so he was arrested and he was taken into custody for injury to a child and also for the false report. The injury to a child is a felony of the second degree, and that carries 2 to 20 years. And the false report is a Class A misdemeanor, which is a 1-year jail and $4,000 fine. It's important that whenever something like this happens and there's witnesses or any information that can help us, that they give this information, because something like this could have had 2 agencies working on this investigation, following leads that were in fact not the truth. And so our guys were ready to go out there and start looking for video and anything to try to find out what this road rage incident and who the shooters were. And during the investigation, they learned that the whole incident, the crime scene's at the residence. So that could have been a lot of resources used to follow something that was in fact not true.
Can you tell us what sort of tipped you guys off to know that it wasn't a road rage incident? Was it something specific?
It was a statement of a witness that observed, or not observed, but that was within the area that could tell us, hey, this is what in fact happened. So they followed up, and usually on incidents like this, the detectives are going to follow up and try to answer as many possible questions, especially with a child, and knowing that children, they're at home, and sometimes there's family violence. That's a place that they will always check.
Is the child still in the hospital, or where exactly was he shot?
The child is in stable condition, and the child was shot in the left arm, nearby the elbow area.
He was discharged from the hospital?
The child, is the last that I know, is in stable condition at the hospital.
Yeah, Texas Children's in Katy?
I cannot give you the location of the child.
Can you talk about just how much of a blessing this was, that it wasn't worse, and you obviously could have been shot somewhere else and died?
Yeah, it was. The child could have. He's seriously injured. The child, it could have caused death, or it could have injured an artery or something, and it could have been much worse. Especially a child, 4 years old, when you're mishandling a firearm. Many things can happen. It could be someone that's in the room with you, or it could be somebody else that's not in the room, because the bullets do travel.
You talked to us about the importance of being careful when handling a firearm, and then is there anybody else in this case that may be facing a certain charge? I don't know if anybody went along with that story, whether it's mom or anybody else in that family.
The detectives are still conducting the investigation, and there's a probability that, yes, there will be more people that will be charged.
Can you tell us who lives in the home? Is it mom and dad, and then the 4-year-old, or more people?
I can't give you all the information as far as who all lives there. I can tell you that it's grandma's residence and that the couple lived there with the child.
And the couple went to the hospital together with the child?
Yes, yes, it did.
So mom was going along with the story, I presume, if that's what you got, some information you guys got?
That is the story that that was given to the officers when they were there and the deputies, yes.
Did the 4-year-old say anything, or did the 4-year-old tell the deputies anything?
At this time, I don't have that information, but usually whenever there's something like that, the first thing is treatment and getting them taken care of, and then everything else with the child, with talking to the child, comes after.
I guess, how frustrating is it that someone would lie about their injuries of their own child?
That happens a lot with parents because they're scared and they don't want to get in trouble, but it's better to just come clean and say the truth and be able to move forward and take care of the situation.
I guess when parents have guns or weapons in the house, any kind of safety precautions that they could take or anything to prevent incidents like this from happening?
I would just say it's important to know that the firearm that you're handling, the type of firearm that you're handling, and if you need to take classes because you've never handled a firearm, it's important to go to those classes or training, always knowing that that firearm is safe to handle, especially if there are people around you.
Now, did the incident happen in the parent's bedroom or any idea on kind of there?
I can't release that information at this time.
En español para Telemundo, ¿me puedes explicar lo que ocurrió anoche?
Sí, anoche, el jueves, febrero 9 a las 10:43 p.m., el Departamento de Alguacil del Condado de Fort Bend recibió una llamada al hospital de Texas Children's que está en el Katy Freeway en Houston. Estaba el Departamento de Policía de Houston ahí, y donde ellos nos dieron información que había un niño de 4 años de edad que había sido baleado. La información que recibimos nosotros, el Departamento de Fort Bend, es que hubo iban manejando y otro vehículo le disparó al vehículo donde iba el niño. Y entonces, esa fue la historia que nos dio el papá ahí en el hospital y dio a los policías que estaban ahí. Entonces, durante la investigación se dieron cuenta los detectives que eso no era verdad. Y entonces se dieron cuenta que la escena del crimen había pasado en la casa, que está en el 25,000 bloque de Tennessee Ranch Court en Katy. Y ahí encontraron los policías la escena del crimen, encontraron la arma y otra evidencia que significaba que ahí era donde había ocurrido el crimen.
Este padre tenía, o sea, ¿qué determinaron o qué les dijo cuando le hicieron el interrogatorio? ¿Un accidente o una discusión? ¿Qué ocurre exactamente?
No tengo la información para dar. Ahorita lo único que puedo dar es que la información y la investigación indica que él no estaba con la arma, no estaba segura la arma cuando él la estaba manejando la arma. Y entonces el niño y él eran los únicos que estaban en el cuarto cuando ocurrió esto.
¿Pero quién manejaba el arma? ¿El niño que la tenía o el padre?
El padre.
Uh-huh.
Sí.
¿Había más personas dentro de la vivienda?
La vivienda esa es de la abuela, y en esa vivienda vive papá, mamá y el hijo, y no puedo dar más información de quién más vive en esa casa.
¿Este sujeto tenía antecedentes?
Esa información no la tengo ahorita para darla.
Is CPS going to be involved in this?
Yes, CPS was contacted, and CPS is involved in this investigation.
Once the kid is released, is he going to be released to grandma or to mom, or what's going to happen?
I don't have that information. I don't have that information yet, but we're working with Child Protective Services and the Fort Bend County District Attorney's Office.
Any idea if Child Protective Services or law enforcement ever been caught in this home before?
There's no information as of now of that.
Oficial, un mensaje quizás por respecto al tema del uso de armas y quizás el año pasado también hubo un incidente donde involucró a niños menores de edad en Katy y armas. ¿Cuál es el mensaje que le diría quizás a los padres de la comunidad?
Un mensaje sería que tengan cuidado con las armas y que cuando manejen las armas que sepan que si necesitan entrenamiento que van a clases de entrenamiento y si no conocen a la arma que tengan cuidado también con el arma porque especialmente cuando están alrededor de personas porque así es como pasan los accidentes y a veces así es como pasan que fallecen las gentes también.
Primeramente se había dicho también que la abuela había escuchado un disturbio en la parte de arriba de la casa. En ese disturbio o fue donde se desarrolló el incidente, ¿había algo más que se pueda destacar de eso que comentó la abuela?
No puedo dar más información sobre eso, pero sí, eso fue la información que fue recibida, que la abuela había oído una conmoción que ocurrió en la casa.
Can you say that in English for me? You said
Yes.
that the grandma heard
Uh,
something?
Yes, there was information that the grandma heard disturbance in the residence prior to seeing the child being injured.
She was with them when they took him to the hospital.
She was at the residence when they took him to the hospital.
Se me olvidó preguntar en español para saber la condición del niño, cómo se encuentra y dónde fue que recibió el disparo.
El niño está estable y está en el hospital y él recibió el disparo en la mano izquierda, abajo cerquitas de el codo de la mano izquierda.
El sujeto se encuentra, o sea, se encuentra todavía arrestado porque ya se le asignó una fianza. ¿Salió bajo fianza ya o cuál es el estatus actual?
No, todavía el padre es Henry Aguillón y él tiene 25 años de edad y él está todavía aquí en la cárcel detenido y tiene cargos de lesión a menor que carga de 2 a 20 años y luego también de una multa del reporte falso que hizo.
Se le fijó una fianza ya se le fijó una fianza.
Todavía necesita que ir frente al juez.